would say, what would she be thinking?
Well, I think I passed her on the way to the event last night.
How so?
Because the church my father served when I was going through this at the Peabody was on Liberty Road. So we were near Towson. We weren't that far apart, and I came from downtown Baltimore. That's where we were staying to make the drive to the event last night. So I'm sure I passed her along the timelines. And I wanted to say to her, you know, on the dark days, you and your muses and your fairies, you're going to be 59 plus 2. And you're going to write about them. And people won't be laughing anymore or saying that they're not real. They might say that, but you'll know in your heart, these people are a little cuckoo.
You being where you are in your life today, could you ever have dreamed this, you know, from little Tori, from where the adult Tori is today, sitting here in this auditorium, you know, filled with so much love? Did you ever dream this big?
I didn't know that I would meet so many like-minded souls and like-hearted souls that really wanted magic in their life. Not illusion, nothing against the magicians. I've got such time for alchemy. But I mean, the idea that, you know, we have a benevolent universe as well. That exists too. And if we pull the energy from that and the frequency from that, that's how we deal with hatefulness. There's the warrior energy coming from the muses was, we go to the children. That's where we go. We plant the seeds of possibility, of creativity. We're not going to give them seeds of fear. We're not going to bring that to them. We have to protect them from that right now and give them the tools to be able to transmute the energy forces that we're seeing, because they don't get drawn in to that disillusionment. All that comes from lack. Never enough. The consciousness or unconsciousness of never enough and greed. And, you know, a hoard for a very, very few and making billions suffer comes from a very, very empty soul. And that's very sad.
Seeing videos of you talking about grief, and it's been so helpful, and I really want to thank you for that, because anyone who's grieving, I think we can relate to what you say. And I know you lost your mom in 2019, and I lost my mom in 2022, and just like you, my mom was my everything. And I'm wondering, like, if your mom was here, what do you think she would say about this book? Because did she read you stories when you were little? Like, because I'm trying to see if there was this full circle moment of her being here spiritually. And
well, she would go in to read me Bible stories. And what my father really didn't know is she was reading me Edgar Allan Poe. So, Mary. That was her rebellion. You know, she was the perfect minister's wife on Sunday in church, and I think it was crushing her because she didn't put her foot wrong. She looked like Jackie Kennedy at the time. And, you know, she gave up everything really to support his career. So I think that her quiet, artistic endeavor was to share with me her record collection and her book collection. And once he would go to the church after breakfast in the morning when I was a little girl, the apron would come off and the records came out. And so did the books. And at bedtime, she would truly read me Edgar Allan Poe.
Wow. I love your mom. I can envision this. Your dad he goes to church. Your mom's like, is he gone? Yes. Take off the apron. Let's play all the records. Wow. What do you think she would say about this book?
I think she would read it to the grandnieces, grandnephews, great-grandchildren. I think she'd sit and read it to them. And I think, you know what? She'd read it to me. Tissue.
That's beautiful. She definitely would. Oh my gosh. Going back to that album, is it true that you added a song like 3 weeks ago? Because I know the album came out last week. Is that true that you like? There's one song in the album that you're like, oh wait, we gotta put the song on there, and the song is now on the album?
Well, I knew we needed the song for the end scene with the dad in the book. We needed the final scene. But I was going down a wrong path and I knew it. Because I would just go back and listen, and I wasn't getting any shimmer glimmer. Okay, I'll tell you that much. There was nothing happening. It was just like a thud. Because I was pulling, I'm not going to lie about this. And it's not like I won't lie about things. But I was pulling from the back catalog. Because I was up against it. Husband was like, come on TikTok. Mixing starts Monday, and it's Thursday night. And I'm like going, I don't have it. He said, and Johnny Witherspoon, we're on a hard deadline in a British accent. I'm like, oh my God, all this pressure. So then I went into the studio recording room where I usually don't write, all the time. It's not like the piano I write on. But I went in there. But it's the best piano that there is that I have access to. It's the one I record on. And so I went, and I just looked at her. And I said, just play me. And then something started, and I was recording it on my iPhone, and that was the full construct that was all there. So then I had to piece together everything else by Monday, tea time. And then we got it to Matt Chamberlain overnight in LA, who then recorded on it his Tuesday, who then I re-recorded something on it and got it to John Evans. What's his name? And then got it back, and guitar got on it in the studio.
Only you can get this done. If Tori needs to get something done, she wants it, you'll get it, okay?
Well, this was happening while mixing was starting.
Oh,
so
I see.
The mixing couldn't happen until,
I see.
morning recording.
I was reading tracks, because you have 9 tracks on the album, and I was like Patrick, listen to this, like, is it a mermaid talking? And he's like, yeah, it's mermaid talking. And then I Googled it, like, what's mermaid talking? And then when you Google it, it says like underwater, kind of like you're under the water and your words like slur a little bit or something. But that was a beautiful, it's like when you hear you in it, it's so beautiful. What was that like for you recording these songs, that go with the story with, little Tori?
Well, I have a muse that's 6. Her name is Savvy. And she and I have been talking mermaid for 2 years now. And she also steals all my shoes. And it's, like Alaya. Get those aquas Nora. What are you doing taking those? You can't even fit into them. I said, I will, T-Bird. She'll be 13 years old and running around Philadelphia. I'm telling you right now, in my shoes. And so we do shoes and speak mermaid. And that's our relationship. And she'll bake me cookies with sprinkles in them. So that's just, she's my great niece. And for some reason, we just go into this type of, I don't know, light language. I'm just That's a bit woo-woo, sorry. But it's just a language where it's not call and answer necessarily, but there is a bit of call and answer, like we did on the live shows over the last 2 years. What's that, Tor? Ocean to Ocean. Anyway, with Bonks and Ash.
Wow.
Sorry, John Evans. His nickname. Sorry. Whoa. That was a mistake. So Tash named him Mr. Bonkers and Auntie A, his wife. So Bonks is for short. But that really should not have gone. But Auntie A will find it hilarious.
I mean, that's it. Your muses are beautiful. I mean,
Oh, they're working right now.
they love you. They all love you. All of them love you. I think if you just have one, I think that's amazing. That you have 11. How do you keep track? You have 11 powerful muses in your life. Like, do they always show up when you need them? Do they not show up sometimes? Like, how does that work?
There used to be 9, and then around Night of Hunters time, I was able to expand and see that Swanee and Fawny from the animal kingdom were with the 9.
Wow.
So, and they've been there since Black Swan. Swanee's been driving that. All those songs. Black Dove, the variations on those words. So Swanee's been there. But I wasn't able to really see that the animal kingdom, animal feminine, was part of the tribe, but they certainly are.
Okay, go ahead.
Tori loved to play the piano. That's true. One Saturday morning, Tori's father was going out, and she couldn't wait to sit at the piano playing all the things she wanted to play and to imagine and dream. But her father wanted her to work on her piece for her recital. She never liked to be made to practice her boring music homework. That's true. But Dad, Tori said, those songs are awful and not any fun to play. I'm playing what I want to play, what the muses want me to play. Her father raised his eyebrows the way he always did when she mentioned her muses. The muses, Tori Ellen, they're not real, and they certainly can't help you to play. What is very real is your recital. Those imaginary friends of yours get you into a lot of trouble, and your piano teacher and I expect you to play perfectly. Tori's stomach flipped inside her. I want to hear these when I get back, her father said, and plunked down her assignments. The best thing to do at a time like this was to make a snack. That's true. But then there was a knock at the kitchen door. Easter egg. Who could it be? Well, Tori's muses, of course. All 11 of them. She had met them when she was just a baby, and they visited her for all these years with inspiration and magic. We have a surprise for you, Tori. They underscore this magical moment with a beautiful blend of their voices. The fairies have been working hard on it. Tori didn't always love surprises. That's true. But the muses' timing was always right. Saved by the muses once again.